Hey everyone, how's it going? It is the real Randy Chavez today, and we're going to talk about my biggest bets in crypto for the second half of 2025, earlier into 2026, and then when I'll take profits with that. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. And we'll jump right in. First one is going to be the one that I held round trip last time. It'll be OMI. That is the token that powers the VeVe app, the Stacker app, the VeVeverse. VeVe is the largest digital collectibles platform in the world. Has licenses from Marvel, DC, Lamborghini, Star Wars, Aston Martin, USPS, Coca-Cola, all of Disney. You name it, they have it there. And just nostalgia. I went over on the stream the other day about how powerful that drug is. And it was so powerful that I had put a decent amount of my net worth into Pokemon in 2019 through 2020. And one card I even spent $80,000 on. That is the power of nostalgia. Whether you didn't have a great childhood or had a good, Pokemon was probably a very big part of many of y'all's childhoods. And even if it wasn't, the point I'm trying to make here is that even if it wasn't with Pokemon, you probably had a good memory with Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, Mickey Mouse, and this company has it all. And yeah, I got made fun of when I was buying Pokemon cards. It was children's cardboard. You shouldn't be spending that much money. Like the amount of times that I had people say this is not a good idea. Before I left for the military, leaving the military, going into high risk lending, started my own business under that, the Pokemon business. Don't listen to haters. They're almost never right. In my case, they haven't been right, but. Everyone, I think, poor, rich, everyone has something that they love from back in the day that was a childhood memory. Even if the childhood was bad, there's probably glimmers of hope in there, glimmers of love. And VeVe really connects that. And they make it so that you don't have to ship to the greater parts of the world. You don't have to worry about these logistics. You don't have to worry about these insurances. It's all digital. They're disrupting the collectibles industry in a crazy way where even some places in second, third world countries that could probably, I'll pay $20 or something. They don't want to pay the $40 shipping. But with VeVe, they have a new Coca-Cola thing coming out where it's $10. You buy anywhere in the world. And you have the possibility of getting a one of one, which is insane. That'll go for thousands of dollars. You'll 100x on that, 200x, 400x on it. If it goes for $4,000, and it might go for more. If it was a random one-off brand that nobody cared about, probably not. But Coca-Cola, people have been collecting that for over a century. And the OMI token just delivers that. This is such a different and better company than it was 8 months ago. And there's stuff that hasn't been announced yet that'll be announced. There's speculation that the gold logo holders from the hat I have here are going to get a legit piece of gold, physical gold. David mentioned that on a stream a month or two ago, and whether that happens, I don't know. He mentioned someone that made tokens for the New Zealand Mint, and it's wouldn't it be cool if it? So it might not happen, but damn. Sounds like it'd be expensive, but it sounds like it's really cool. And again, the OMI token, the company has done nothing but get better over the last several months, and the token's done nothing but go down. So there's that really big imbalance there. And none of this is financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. I've dollar cost average. I have 275 million OMI, which is worth nothing now. That's worth 50K maybe, not even. One of the other, I fully expect this to do a 1 to 200x in my opinion. And again, it could only do a 20x and that's it. Or it could do a 800x. Again, the crypto gets really, really crazy. It's you have the laws of physics that kind of break down when you go to quantum mechanics. When you go micro, when you go quantum, all that stuff breaks down and there's just these new laws. In crypto, yeah, okay, you have based on the revenues, based on EBITDA, what's on the P&L, blue sky valuation, and this is what it should be valued at, but crypto is almost never valued at what it should be. It's either undervalued, which a lot of cryptos are now, or it'll be overvalued, which a lot of cryptos will be in the next 4 to 10 months. It will go from one end of the spectrum and that pendulum will swing to the other end, and it will not stop at where it's supposed to be valued at. It will go crazy. So it is as far as crypto goes, my second biggest bag. And because I talk about the OMI token and the VeVe collectibles, second biggest bag. As far as crypto, first biggest bag for crypto is Definity. They have these institutional rails where they're helping institutions get into crypto. They have these virtual asset protections license. They're doing hundreds of thousands per month. Before the end of the year, they'll be doing $1 million per month, and they have like a $5 million market cap. Now, just throwing this out there, just to keep everyone honest here, me and my network, we have like 8% of that supply, and we are going to get more. More is gotten every month, and right now it's 3.2 cents. We're not selling at 30 cents. Like we're like from a 10x from here, when it's a 50-ish million dollar market cap, and again, we'll have 8% of it, probably more. We are not selling there. At a couple dollars, sure. We'll take some off at like $1, maybe like 95 cents. But only a part, because again, like for what they're doing and for what the multiple that they should be able to get for the company, for their token, I mean, 100x from here would make it a $500 million company, and that won't even get it into the top 100. For what they're doing, they should probably be worth $1 billion. Not right now, again, in the future, which would be like a 200x. I think it could do possibly 1,000x from here, make it go to 3 billion. I'm sorry, that'd be a $5 billion market. 5 billion is a lot. So maybe not 1,000x from here. But again, and these are all just what it could get, and does it actually justify that $5 billion? Probably not. But could it justify 1 or 2 billion? Yeah, I think so. We're very early in the bull market, and they are my biggest bag, not only in just the token, but in the company of DMA Link, which I own part of, and the CEO just has this new company called Bloomsbury Money, and what are they going to do? It seems that every other company that Manu has in some way incorporates utility for the token. I can only assume it's going to happen with Bloomsbury Money as well. These are just my opinions, though. And again, they also own part of the channel. For my other one is going to be Devi. They are the fastest layer one. They're the fastest blockchain in general in the world. They are layer one. They can do 8.5 million transactions per second. The founder, Tom Anderson, not the guy from MySpace, he's been on the podcast before, one of the smartest individuals probably in the world, created the sharding technology where if you need a blockchain that can do X, Y, and Z, they could spin it up from the DEVVE blockchain. And they're going to be able to say like, okay, every country will have different requirements for what a blockchain can do and can't do, and they could spin it up at anywhere. Their public sharding actually should come out this quarter in the next month or so. In the roadmap on Q4, they have some stock exchange partner. Could be London Exchange, could be an exchange in Beijing. New York Stock Exchange would be great. Anything in America would be awesome. But they do have a stock exchange partner. We've kind of narrowed it down to those three. What does that do? Like, there's 10,000 holders of that token. It's like it's like 50 cents. They have like a $40-ish million market cap. When that exchange partner is announced and they do this like joint marketing campaign, add a zero to that, and the 10,000 holders might probably become 100,000, and then you have how much are they buying and how much of the supply is left. So this is my third biggest bag as far as just crypto goes. It'll probably be my second. It'll probably overtake OMI, just because I've been buying a lot more DEVVE than I have been OMI. Full disclosure, I put in like 45K into it, worth about 35K now. So again, full disclosure on that. This is probably one of those things where they're going to have multiple legs up. One is probably going to be that whatever exchange that they announce. And then when their own exchange comes out, you have the fastest blockchain in the world with all this utility. You're going to be able to take like Tesla stock and sell it for Ethereum, and it happens in one transaction, and you don't need to give up custody of your crypto to do it. A lot of places like FTX, again, and it doesn't have to be stuff that collapses, but Coinbase, Binance, you have to give up custody of your crypto. You have to give it to the exchange, and if that exchange collapses, you're hecked. But with the DEVVE exchange, you don't need to. Link down below if you want to sign up, get a referral code. They're giving away 60% of their referral fees, 60% of their trading fees go to their referral program, which is insane. And all it takes is one person, 2 people away from you that just trade millions of dollars a day or week, and just, you don't even have to know them. You'll be making money hand over fist. I think this is another one, it's 50 cents right now. I think this is $50 in a blow off top. It's 100x. Again, in my opinion, any investment can go to zero with little to no notice. My other one is daCat. Whether you're Definity, Omi, Devi, you have not had as good of return these last few months as daCat has. daCat has done a 7x. If you were to, in April, if you were to put $10,000 into daCat in April, you would now have $70,000. It's done a 7x. It's done really well. Part of the thing of pairing with ETH is that when ETH goes up, daCat goes up. For a $3 million market cap, they have $650,000 in liquidity. So big whale, and it's split evenly between daCat and Ethereum. I can even show you right now. So this way, big whales feel a little bit more comfortable about buying big amounts, because you could have something like, let's say like Essence. This is another one I have a little bit of. They have almost a $10 million market cap, and they have $118,000 in liquidity, but there's only $30,000 in Ethereum that you can cash out. Where if you have something like daCat with under $3 million market cap, and it has $650,000 in liquidity, and it's split pretty evenly, where there's actually more Ethereum than there is daCat, and that makes whales be able to put in 100, 200K, because they know they can cash out at any time, and it's fine, and won't even affect the chart that much. If we're talking about just crypto, this is nowhere close to my other 3. But if we're not just talking about crypto and we're talking about ownerships of companies, this is actually my second biggest bag. Again, Definity blows everything out of the water because I just have so much of that between the token, the company or companies. But daCat, that daCat Chronicle, that's my own IP. And I actually made a mistake selling 5% of it at 150K valuation. After talking with a couple of people, it's probably worth 300. Once and daCat is going to be one of the first independent comic publishers on VeVe. They have bad idea. Obviously they have Marvel, Disney, they have Bad Idea Comics, they have Humanoids, I think it's called. They have a whole bunch, right? And you have stuff from Thundercats and Powerpuff Girls. You have all this amazing IP on there. And we're going to be the first ones that are be independent through their comic curator program. We've created this incredible universe with all of these different kind of misfits of IP, and they're all under our brand. The first appearance comic is going to have 19 first appearances on the blockchain, and it's going to be insane. And the universe we're building is really cool. And once it becomes a success on VeVe, which it will, honestly, it doesn't need to. We could go in and I could give them 20 pages of just blankness, nothing, and people will buy it because it's me. People will buy it because the community will buy it, my fans will buy it, my friends will buy it because it's me. But it's really, really good. It's so good that I'm confident in telling you that Rashid Al-Farouk, who's been on the podcast, amazing guy, just a gem. And he said that, hey, if this becomes popular on VeVe, which I know it will, he will help me make an anime. And it's okay, well, who is this guy? He is CEO of SpeedyCon. It is the largest pop culture event in the Middle East. He knows all the voice actors, that he brings them all over from Japan. And this I will make this a multi-million-dollar IP at some point. Might take a year, might take a couple of years, but that will happen. And daCat right now, again, like down 6% on the day. You know, it happens, but over the course of, like, I'll show you since April, which again, I this is wild that this has happened. I'll give it a max here, and you'll see. Since April 2025, and then you have this big shoot up, it's gone 7x. Does that keep happening? I don't know. Again, anything can go to zero at little to no notice, but if you notice when here where it talks about liquidity and it says it's locked, the contract summary now is like nobody can pull that liquidity. Nobody, like for Essence, if they wanted to, they can pull that 30K in liquidity. Even with like OMI, which again, this would never happen. But OMI on base, like, it's got 300,000 in liquidity. Very nice. It is not locked liquidity. They can pull that whenever they want. And again, they would never. The CEO, the people there are amazing. I would trust them with my life. I would trust them with anything. But it just makes people feel more confident that, okay, they can't rug. It is impossible that liquidity is locked there for 997 years. And this is me. I work from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed. I do not stop. This is my IP. You can offer me money. You can offer me a buyout. I do not care. This is a community project, and I owe my loyalties to a lot of them. To a lot of people that are in that project, to every company that I just mentioned, with DEVVE Exchange, with their DEVVE token, with Definity Markets, DMA Link with their Definity token, and then VeVe and their OMI token. I will fly their flag probably forever. These are my biggest bets. These are the ones I spent the most money on. And I 100% believe that the first three can do 100x plus. daCat, it's already done a 7x, so I have no idea where this valuation stops. I can at least get it to 10 million just by myself, but then there's a bunch of people that are going to be like, okay, at that time they're going to go in. I don't know where that goes. You have people that big monster whales that have 100,000 of this token, $100,000 worth of this token, and they're like, I'm holding to like 7 billion. And there's multiple people like that too that just have a bunch of the supply, and they're just, you know, Godspeed. Anyway, these are my biggest bets for the rest of 2025, early 2026. I'll be out of most of these positions within a year, because I believe that blow off top goes crazy, makes me a heck ton of money. daCat's the one that I'll probably stick with for, because again, that's mine, and the community is just, we do this together. The comic creation is mine. Everything that is a community project though. Like, there are other things happening with daCat that I am not doing anything with. Like, it's just all of the rest of the community. And I am probably one of the luckiest people in the world, probably in the history of the world. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Love you guys. Bye.